So I'm about to go with 4 things that are critical to you to improve your deadlift and get better gains coming up. So what's going on? It's your dude, That Guy Health, ANBF Pro Men's Physique Champion. Today we're going to talk about 4 things you could do to improve your deadlift, all right? Having straps and a weight belt is really not critical until you get into heavier weights. It would be better for you to start off with a deadlift weight that you can actually control, that you can actually do a good rep with, and that you can actually use without the belt or the straps. All those straps and a belt are a safety device, and they do help us control heavier weights. They do at times limit our muscle growth. Using straps will not help you improve your grip strength, which is very critical on the deadlift or the pull-ups. So I really don't like to use straps if you don't have grip strength yet. It's something that's kind of gonna prevent you from doing that. A belt is always a good thing to wear, especially if you had previous injuries, or you might have a weak belt, a weak back, but at the same time, that's why a belt might not be the first choice. So you might want to decrease your weight, go without the belt, and go ahead and increase and grow those muscles in the back so that you can make your own back brace and have a good solid foundation. So with that being the first thing that we just talked about, we can get rid of those. So now we're going to talk about 3 things that most people do that really don't operate well for the deadlift or don't really help you get good gains as far as your back when you're doing the deadlift. Some of these things could possibly injure you. So usually when I see some people do a deadlift and they're not very well informed, they'll stand about this far back away from the bar with that much space in between their shins and the bar. That right there is going to cause a rocking motion, because what's going to happen is you're going to go down to grab the weight, then you're going to pick up and the bar is going to swing back into you. All right, so 2 reasons why that's bad, and there's probably more than 2 reasons, but I'm going to cover the first 2. First one is going to be this bar is going to bang your shins up, all right? Second is putting excessive stress on your lower back when it swings in, and that's going to hurt you critically, okay? So what you want to do is you want to step up to the bar. I like to step up to where my shins just meet the bar, all right? They're still not on the bar, but they did meet the bar at some point in time, and then I will push my butt out. I will grab, make sure that my weight is in my heel. Now, a lot of people in the gym, they want to focus in the mirror. I'm going to go ahead and align my neck with my spine, focusing in a neutral area to keep my spine aligned. And I'm going to come up, boom, staying close to the body, my chest out. And when I go back down, I'm going to follow that same path, pushing my hips out, not bending my knees as much, getting all the pressure in the back. Boom, bringing my head back down to that neutral position, not keeping it up. All right, so we already kind of went into 3, but we're going to cover that a little bit more in this next one we're going to. So tip 3, that was tip 2. The first one was the belt straps. The second one was make sure your shins or your feet are close up on the bar. Don't stand too far back so you don't get that swinging motion. So the third one is going to be this, back alignment, all right? You don't want to hump back trying to do a deadlift. I see a lot of people bent over like this. They have this hump in their back, their neck's too far down. The spine is going to follow the least path of resistance, just like anything else in nature. It's going to follow the least path of resistance. It doesn't matter if it's lightning, water, sand, anything is going to go the path where it's going to meet the least resistance. That same thing is good for your neuromuscular system and your body. So what you want to do is get in here, shins up, like we said, shins up to the bar, push your hips out. Boom, I almost have a little dip in my back, keeping it straight. I'm not worried about my vanity looking in the mirror. I focus on a neutral point where my spine can be aligned. I'm gonna grab the bar and I'm gonna settle in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna preload myself. I'm not gonna come from no load to load, causing a very shocking system on the spine. You don't wanna do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna preload by putting a little tension on the bar, getting settled in, making sure the weight is in my heels, and I'm gonna explode up, boom, chest out. Follow the same path down by pushing the hips out, dropping down in that same path, bam. All right, so that's 3. The fourth one is gonna be this, shoulders. When you're doing a deadlift, you don't want your shoulders protracted forward. That's not good. All right, underneath this clavicle runs a nerve. The heavier the weight it is, it's going to put more pressure on that clavicle and start cinching down on that nerve. And over time, that can cause physical damage. All right, something that you have to end up getting treatments for. That's what we want to avoid. Being in the gym is to try to help you have a healthier lifestyle, not damage you so you can have a disability lifestyle. All right. So what we're going to do is when you see me stand tall, I've already said it several times, I'm going to put my chest out. And my chest is going out is because I'm forcing my shoulders back, my delts back to squeeze my back and get that in. At the same time, what you don't see is this. When I'm on the eccentric, I'm fighting to keep my delts back, to keep that pressure in my back so that my back is loaded up. Because I want my mid traps, I want my lats, I want my posterior delts, I want all of my lower back, upper back to get that work, all right? So we're gonna come up, step up to the bar, make sure we're even. We want an even distribution amount of weight. Gonna put our hands out here, make sure we push our hips back, get set, neck, neutral position, load your body up first, get solid in the heel, and as I come to the top, you will see my shoulders push back. So here we go. Boom, that's what you want. When you come down, you wanna fight that, keeping them back, then drop. So every time you pop up, bam, your chest should be up, shoulders should be back, come back down, fight, boom, boom, boom. And that is how you properly do a deadlift. All right, I go up as high as 405. I work out usually with 315. That's good for me. Your weight's not gonna be the same. Find you a nice moderate weight to work out with, something where you don't have to utilize straps and a belt first. Get your form right, get your muscular buildup right, get your neuromuscular system ready, and then take off from there. So you know what I always say, be safe, let's build together. I just got done training my boys. We're about to go eat breakfast. Peace.